Yeah, people, what's going on? What's going on? This is your boy, DJ Troy, also, the president of Good Intent Village LLC.com. And, we out here, trying to understand what's going on. So, salute to all the folks in YouTube land. Salute to all the folks worldwide that's listening to me. Salute to everyone that's tuning in right now to, this video right now. So, as you know, unless you have been under a rock, you know for a fact that the news media all over, especially TMZ, has been talking about this situation with Jussie Smollett, the actor from Empire, who is both African American and gay, and also seems like an all around nice, good person. Before what happened or what supposedly happened to him. So Jussie Smollett reported to the Chicago PD that he was he was beat up, bleach was thrown on him, and he was he was hanged by a noose, and there was a lot of things said, and it got everybody in uproar. I can remember the first video that I saw was of course the director, the creator, the genius of Empire. He came out and he said, like, listen man, this is just wrong. Then you go on Twitter, you start to see everybody, his name was escaping me, Lee Daniels, the creator of Empire, the butler, a lot of good stuff. I actually watched a profile on him on CBS a couple of days back, and he was just his story is amazing. You should check that out. Anyway, Lee Daniels came out and he was like, listen, this is wrong. And because this thing that Jussie Smollett did and created on a very real level is that he touched, like, it's almost like he touched everybody, okay? Because if you're not gay, okay, that mightn't concern you, but you might be sympathetic to the plights of gay, black men, especially, being black. Okay, that at least right now for the black folks that are watching, even the white folks, Spanish, Indian, whoever is watching, that February is considered quote unquote Black History Month, and everybody was just really caught up and really angry and just really frustrated with with what's going on, and just the fact of a black man in 2019 getting accosted by a rope with bleach and beat up in Chicago. It's like, listen, that just boiled everyone's blood. It just made everyone very upset. Okay, so just to hear those reports, it just made everybody upset. Okay, because at this point in time, like I said, we are in a very tricky time in history right now, where people are very touchy. We're living in the age of social media, where when you turn on your social media feed, you're constantly seeing these images of black men being raped, being murdered, being hanged. You're listening to sermons when you go to churches and your places of worship of the things that black people went through, and this is Black History Month. So that hearing Jussie Smollett's situation just made your blood boil, as a black man, period. And as a human being in general, why would you would be happy to see somebody go through something like that? Then now he went and he touched on MAGA country, make America great again. So that there just tipped the scale on a major level, because you're dealing with everybody there. Whether or not you voted in the election, everyone has a political opinion. Okay? Everyone has a political opinion. Be it you're on the left, be it you're on the right, be it you're in the middle, be it you don't care. Everyone has a political opinion. Okay? And, to our dear President Donald Trump right now, he has created this discourse that I've never seen before in history. Being an American, being Guyanese, it's like, listen, he has created this discourse that we have never seen. So, Jussie Smollett coming out with a situation, being gay, being black, and get caught up in the politics. It's like, listen, it was a wave. Like you had no choice but to just be pulled in. Like you couldn't have escaped it. It was just in your face, and you just wanted the people that did this to him to be caught and justice to happen. Okay? But that never panned out. When I first heard about the story, right? Being a skeptic that I am, I must admit, I'm not necessarily quick to believe everything I read. I look at the details, because people lie every single day. I lie too. Okay? It's not, it is what it is. Okay? People lie. It is what it is, right? So when I looked at some of the things that were coming out, a lot of people were coming out like, yo, what is a black man doing outside in Chicago at 2 p.m. by himself, going for a Subway sandwich in a hotel room? He's a celebrity. You got people for that. There was even videos on YouTube where people were saying like, yo, this here is crazy, man. This here is just insane. Nobody is gonna believe this madness. Nobody's gonna believe this. So there was just a lot of, naysayers, but against all hope and hope in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, I know, from, being in the celebrity world, having close affiliations with different people and reading and different things like that. Not because you're on TV, your life is perfect. We know that, right? But when you look at him and you see from the outside looking in, right? Again, you don't live these people's lives, so you don't know what's going on, okay? People come on camera every single day, talking about other people, but they themselves got a lot of problems, okay? We all got problems. Let's put it out there. But when you look at it from the outside, right? You have this sense of, okay, this guy is on TV, he has a music career going, okay, he's getting money, it can't, not to say that his life is perfect, okay, again, but at least he's doing something for himself. He's doing okay, right? Now, the thought of him coming up with something like that would just be so, it's like you didn't want to believe, right? Just like how you watch a movie, you have a suspension of, of belief or disbelief or whatever. You just didn't want to believe it, and then the bombshell hits you. Boom, you start seeing these reports. Oh, the two people who was supposedly attacked Jussie Smollett was found. Boom. The situation is that Jussie Smollett paid these people. You're like, what? You're like, nah, son. This in no way can be real. Like, it was just like, nah. Just like, nah. It's like you didn't want to believe, and not the sense that, you want the lie to be more entertaining than the truth, but it's just that just the thought of someone going to that level of lie and debauchery, and just, you did not want to believe this. You just didn't want to believe that this was a lie. You wanted to believe the story that this brother was said. And he claimed. He went on Good Morning America, okay? And he spoke to one of the top, news anchor in the country, who happens to be also gay. Robin Roberts. Like, the brother got the, not to say that she's a journalist, so, she has the, the mindset of, okay, hey, let's hear the story out. But I know, you could see, these reporters, they put out emotions. Yes, much as they try to be emotionless, they do put out emotions. So you could see it in her face and her eyes that she felt a level of sympathy or empathy, being homosexual herself and also being black herself on multiple levels, or just simply just being a human being in general. Okay, so for the sake of this conversation, I'm gonna stop mentioning titles, be it political affiliation, being sexuality, being race. Okay, we're just gonna look at it from a human perspective, right? And just being human, like, you just like, this couldn't be possible, right? This just can't be, right? There's just no way this guy was making this stuff up. Anyway, Robin Roberts, did it. Everybody started, and then, we found out that it's a lie. So I recently watched the report from the Chicago PD, Chicago Police Department. And, to hear the introductory speech, of a black captain or lieutenant, I don't know his rank, forgive me if I have misinformation about that. His introduction was so heartfelt, him being a black man, he coming from Chicago, be living there his entire life. And for someone to come and paint the city in such a negative light was very painful. You could see that he was upset, he was angry, not only because of what, quote unquote, the alleged lie perpetrated by Jussie Smollett. It was just like a slap in his face, It was just a slap in his face in the worst way. So it was difficult, okay, to watch him, do this. It's very difficult. And at the end of it, the detectives and the police professional, they outline the case at this press conference just now. So allegedly, what the official story is from the police, okay, Jussie Smollett has not come out and admitted to any wrongdoing as yet. But based on their evidence, what happened is that Jussie Smollett was upset about his pay, and he wanted to create some kind of, uproar so that he could get sympathy and he could get some pay increase. Yeah, it's one of these stories where, as a regular person, regular Joe Schmo, I would just say that this story really messed with me a little bit because, this story happened around the time, has been happening around the time where one of my favorite actors, Liam Limson, I forgot his name, who came out and said that 40 years ago one of his friends, he got raped by a black man, and he went out on the road looking to kill a nigger or kill a black man or whatever. It was just, it was just like, yo, man, this is just crazy, you know. And the evidence that the police officers have are clear. The brothers who allegedly attacked Jussie Smollett said they were paid $3,500. They have checks. They have phone records, unequivocally. So Jussie Smollett has been arrested. He's supposed to appear before the grand jury today, and that would be it. There's a possibility that he's gonna get 3 years in jail. Um, his career, who knows? People could come back from stuff, but in this age of social media, even me myself making this video myself, I'm very cautious of the things that I say or even communicate, and make sure that my point is clear, because literally once this video is uploaded, it's on the internet forever. Okay, it never gets deleted. Okay, it's there. Don't matter what people say. Listen, if you delete your video, no, it's online forever. Nothing gets deleted. Even a hard drive, okay, that you deleted, trust me, from an IT professional, even a hard drive that you so and so delete, okay, people could use software, or I could use software to recover your data, as an IT professional also. So, so the point of making that point is that, I don't know where he goes from here, because he has hurted so many people. He has made this, the struggle even more difficult, for the people who are fighting for equal rights and justice, for the people who are actually being harassed every single day, not only for their sexual orientation, but for their political affiliation, and even for their race. As a black man myself, I cannot tell you, the level of racism that I've experienced over the years. It's like you're just being black, you're guilty. You know what I'm saying? So when you get into certain situations, be it a store, you know what I'm saying, you have to do little things like flash money to let people know that, hey, you're not here to steal. You know what I'm saying? You have to talk a certain way to make people feel comfortable around you. You know what I'm saying? You have to almost be something that you're not, because just by just being black, you're like a form of intimidation. You know what I'm saying? The health challenges that faces the black race, poverty, race, health disparities. There's so much against just being black, bro, that for anybody to use that for their own political gain, for their own whatever, even as a joke, man, it's just so unimaginable, unimaginable. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, for most people, this is just gonna be a news headline. For most newspaper outlets, it's just gonna be another story. Tomorrow's gonna be another one. But for the people, who are living, in their conditions, be it you're black, be it you're gay, be it you're dealing with, left and right and all of that stuff, and the political father and all of that stuff, like, real life really goes on, and they are still gonna be getting discriminated against. Okay, so anybody that does anything to disrupt that struggle or to make it worse for people, okay, it's just terrible. It's not even a game. You know what I'm saying? it's like people said that Jussie Smollett, like push, black people back like 25 years. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, the struggle is real and the struggle continues. You know what I'm saying? So if there are incidents, like, hallway patty, there was an incident in Texas recently where a lady was taking pictures of her 2 or 3 year old child, and some rich white woman who got like $30 million went and kick, what I'm saying, kick the 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 blanket that was on the floor. Okay, kick the blanket that was on the floor, telling them they cannot take pictures. Okay, and they were on a public property. It's a rich neighborhood, so the rich people there don't want other people to stay, to take pictures there, but it's a public property. It's not private property. Okay, so the struggle continues, man. So for anybody out there, okay, who is going through some stuff, okay, who have issues, you know what I mean? Please, man, think before you act. Think at the broader community. Okay, think about what is this gonna do for myself. What is this gonna do for the broader community? It's not just about you. You know what I mean? It's really a sad situation, man. I At some point deep inside, I thought that it was gonna be, I thought this video was gonna end up being a funny conversation almost, because it seems so nonsensical, but because of the climate that we're living in, because it's Black History Month, because there are so many protests, all over, and there's so many things happening right now. It's like it just cannot be a laughing matter. Like, I really thought that I was gonna be able to see a light in this situation, but it really took on a very dark tone, a very dark tonality. So again, for the people out there, all my celebrity friends and the people who are trying to, make some noise for yourself or whatever, man, listen, hard work. Okay, you see that company, that logo that you see up there, that title, Good Intent Village LLC.com. Okay, listen, man, it took years, okay, to even establish a company. It took years to even make money. You know what I'm saying? It took years, okay, to even attempt to say that you're going to see a profit. And to be honest with you, okay, profit is not yet seen. We're still working. All right? So there's no shortcut to success, man. All right? There's no shortcut to success. All right? Anything that you want in this life, you have to work for it. You have to push, and you have to do your very best. Okay? You have to do your very best. Okay? To get where you need to go by hard work, dedication, and consistency. There's no shortcut to success. All right? And anytime you feel like if you want to do something crazy, think about the broader consequences of your action. Think about the people and the lives that you're going to affect. Okay? Because again, the next brother who was racially profiled is going to be looked at a little funny. Okay? The next person that has a complaint about a Trump support is going to look at a little funny. Thank God, the lieutenant or the Chicago police came out and said, listen, every complaint that comes in, we're going to take it seriously. But that's just him. What about the rest of America? Okay? What about the rest of society that's going to have to deal with the fallout of this? All right? So, people, don't know what's going to happen to Jussie Smollett, but The struggle continues. Continue fighting for equal rights and justice. All right. Continue to do your very best. All right. Take care. This is your boy DJ Troy signing off. On a very serious note. Happy Black History Month. Yeah, I'm not. It's not a cool thing. This Jussie Smollett thing is not cool. It just makes you feel. All right. So, DJ Troy, President and CEO of Good Intent Village LLC, signing off. If you need any of my services, I gotta put in a shameless plug, okay? Because I'm working out here. Hit me up, goodintentVillageLLC.com, and see if we could do anything for you. All right. Peace out.